it was like something supposed to have went right in this situation, but everything went completely wrong. It was just a lot of magic. So I'm telling you, what I heard about magic is what God was telling me. He was like, let's say you blessed. You know, man. I might eat today. I'm getting kind of hungry. Let's say you blessed, and what I'm talking about? I'm talking about what God said about magic. All right, let's say God is protecting you, and these 3/4 God got around you, right here. And it's the only thing is that we will feel this bad about it, that it's time consuming. I mean, I'm glad God. I wanted to read Revelation and I want to dissect Revelation, but God made me go back to Genesis to read. I'm glad I did, because it talks a lot about ultimate. I see now. I used to wonder. People used to say spell work in the Bible. I used to, what spell work? You know what I'm saying? But I see what they're talking about though. It's like all the offerings and stuff was for God. Man just swapped it up, really. But anyway, man, it takes time to clean. Altar magic, I know, I be getting attacked by altar magic. Still, it used to be a lot of different magic they attack me with. But now, here lately, it's just been hair magic and altar magic. And I think that's it. They really ain't been bothering me too much no more. But anyway, let's say this guy, they 3 coins, and they surround you, and you take it upon yourself. Somebody attacking you, you know somebody attacking you, and somebody like, and it's affecting. And somebody like, you got to do this, and you know it's only right for them to say, you might need to do this, and you might need to do that, because you might need to do this, you might need to do that, because they doing this to you, and they right, they are doing that, but they don't know that you protected by God. See, most people tell you this stuff because typically we lose that protection by God accidentally, because you know you just do certain things. You know, certain people, you can tell certain people to do something magic, and immediately they gonna just do magic. You know, that's why when I went to Genesis and it talks about just leaving all that stuff alone and let God, you know, get a Caesar what Caesar, get a God what's God, and let God take care of everything. And so what happened is that you take all this stuff, y'all take all this stuff, and then it's like you trying to get rid of, you know what I'm saying? It's simple, you know, it's little simple stuff, and you think it ain't a big deal. You think it ain't a big deal. And God had to show me, because I said, do I need to protect myself? I said about 6 years ago. Do I need to protect myself from this and this, because this is what they're doing? God said, let me show you, basically. I got this around you. Okay, watch this. I'm just give y'all an example. Let's say they got, they did something with scent, or they trying to find me. Let's just say that guy, he want to cloak me. He'll take the animals. A cat might go over here. A cat might go over here. And a cat might do the same thing on this side and this side. And you know the cats do that little spraying stuff, almost like skunks. And a skunk might go further over here. That's nature protecting you by God. That's God protecting you through nature. It took me a while to get that. And so what happened is, and they say you try to do it yourself. Well, you'll notice that the animals ain't doing it no more. That's it. So when people tell you stuff, they be like, you should do this, they automatically assume you probably done forfeit your protection anyway, because it's easy to do when you don't understand, you know? So basically what I'm saying, like, one time somebody put spiders in my faucet, and when I cut on, the spider just came down. I got upset, really. I got mad as hell, bro. Like, y'all think this is a game, huh? You know? And I kicked all of my mouth. My house, yeah, it might got its dark spots, but it ain't never been like that. I just throw them out. They was the insects. I would have kept the spiders before I kept them. Just got rid of them, got rid of the problem. You know what I'm saying? That's all. But it's like everybody just keep throwing magic, and it probably was supposed to do something. I don't know though. I wouldn't know. It was just so much magic, man. Like I said, with conversion spells, emergent spells, it was the worst. It was hair magic, it was altar magic. It was somebody was playing with machines, somebody was playing with tools, some toy. Somebody just kept going and going and going and going and going. I'm like, man, what the? I'm like my boy, Clarence Ant, bro, when he had that sucking him out. He said, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on, bro? And so I'm looking at the energy, and I could tell, like, somebody that's very smart in organization put certain individuals together, and, you know, whatever. And I'm seeing the energy just reset. And it's like somebody just doing it to make money, bro. And what they don't pay attention, what they're not paying attention to because they got so much money, is that people are getting sick, people are dying, people are hurting, people are going down, bro. It's like even good people, like I said in my lectures lately, I've seen more people that wouldn't typically be involved in all this sexual activity be overly involved in a lot of sexual activity in 4 to 5 years than I want to see my whole life. And I'm telling you, when they were doing so much magic, you can hear it in the spiritual realm. They say unleash legions. It's like you do so much devil work. It's like somebody keep doing it, and watch this. Watch this. Them demons come. You know what I'm saying? They unleash legion. Okay, you're a human. You're a human. Yeah, you're a human. And somehow you keep repeating all this. And it's a bunch of humans. Let's just say this is a bunch of humans, a bunch of different humans. And somehow y'all group keep repeating all this. But it's people dying, people getting sick. Y'all ain't healing. A lot of y'all on drugs real bad. And it's like the more drugs you get on, you don't care. You don't, when you get so far into drugs and on drugs, you want everybody to be on drugs. Drug kids and all. You gotta stop them because they gone, bro. They love drugs so much. I'm telling you, I've seen people leave families, beautiful homes, nice homes, I'm talking about like ranches, and just to be on a cheap drug. Just sit there and look like a SpongeBob out the water, bro. And like it's cool. Like they cool with that. You know what I'm saying? These people might not look like me. You know, they might have the complexion for the protection for the collection. Still don't care. And they even worse. They can get even worse, bro. Like, cause they got a lot they gave up. And they'll tell you, I had a beautiful wife. Kids, beautiful kids, everybody loved me. You know what I'm saying? They be like, hey, what's up? Why you here then? I love that drug more. They just say some crazy stuff, bro. You just hear all kind of stories. I don't want to say on here for you might make me the bad guy. You can't say nothing to y'all kids out there. But it's just life. It's real. You put us here. You want to keep us in poverty, we should be able to at least tell our stories. We ain't like we after you for doing this to us, you know. So anyway, this is a lot of a group of people, right? So okay, these group of people, no matter what nationality, I'm telling y'all, we might well all throw racism in the trash, bro. Because it's beyond that now. Racism probably kicked the door open, but it's been beyond racism. So when it comes to family tree, bro, we all different nationality, man. I know, 'cause I can name people in the government and the White House as part of my tree. We all just one, it's all, I don't know. I know I'm going to get to it when we finish this part, what we got going on now. We don't need to get into that right now. Because we above it now, really, you know. But like, let's say this is a bunch of people right here. There's a bunch of groups of people now. And they're attacking one person just to get a dollar, you know. But something is reset. You know, something is reset. It's a lot of lives and stuff. A lot of people getting hurt, man. Something is looping. And God, like, whoa, you know, it's sending an alarm, literally, like, for real. The Trump, I hear the Trump, y'all got the fake commercial, fake video. I hear the Trump, you know, it might not, cause I hear them things here, but it ain't what you think it is, though. I hear something in the sky. Nah, it's real alarms that go off, and you can say, I could show y'all, but I know not to do it. There's things that a human can do that'll set an alarm off in the spiritual realm. And you know, this is what hurt me out of this situation. What hurt me out of this, two things. One, how can people sell their soul and believe in Satan and not believe in God? But two, how a lot of people do know there's a God and know it's a Satan and they ain't want nobody to know about it. I thought that was ridiculously stupid. But they know. And I'm telling you how I know they know. The same person that'll teach you, it don't matter if it's a big organization, a mountain or what, that'll teach you how to sell your soul to Satan, they also know it's a God, for a fact. You know how I know they know? Because they know exactly what to do to set that alarm off for God to kick in, for the spiritual justice to interfere and stop you. Right there should make us all stop. People that worship the devil and live by the devil code and believe in God, we all should be, wait a minute now. I thought you was doing all that because you knew God didn't exist, though. But now we know God exists. Oh, hell no. That, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's just imagine this being a bunch of people, okay? These people are attacking somebody. They shouldn't be attacking, you know. High priest, an anointed one, chosen, whatever, you know. And, you know, the reason why they were really getting away with it because they would use the twins of flame to do it. And you can really think about it. Twins of flames are cut from the same cloth. So you got one twin of flame that's on your side, part of your little group. You giving them money. And they just looking good and living good for a little bit. Because the energy is real close to fine. But see, God, the divine, got to come down and collect these people. When God come down, you can't trick God like you tricked everybody else. You tricked everybody else long enough to get the money and get up to a certain point. But then all of a sudden, everything just went bad. You like, what, everything going bad? I was up here, what was up here? What went wrong? You sit down, you go, I know I was in the street. You go home, you say, what went wrong, man? What went wrong? I did everything right. What went wrong was you was trying to sit in a seat that wasn't for you to sit in, and you trying to clean out somebody that wasn't meant to be cleaned out. So that person is so important that the Reaper don't collect that person, God do. And when God come and collect that person, God finna look into everything you did. That's why it ain't going no farther. You are never in your misery. I'm telling you, my Father's so outstandingly awesome. You can never trick God. But look, watch this. So okay, let's say watch this. These are a bunch of humans. They keep doing this goofy stuff. They, at this point, they done been properly binded. They done been properly wrote by the spiritual realm, by the spiritual justice system. They have been tagged. They all binded. What is they binded? They binded is they lustful desire. Whatever they were desiring the most, they binded to it. That okay, they tagged. Boom. They tied up. They tied up real good. And watch this. God said, release legions. Legions come and grab these people. Pow, 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 pow. Legions grab them. You think Legions coming? Legions gonna destroy me. Legions gonna treat you bad when you come up to these people. Because these people have been tagged by these legions to make sure they stay where they at so they can get, you know, go to that bat, go to Weeping the National T. That's how it goes. Just like that. It's beautiful. It's beautiful over here in the spiritual realm. It's beautiful. You don't get away with nothing. You don't get away with nothing. You don't get away with nothing, bro. It's beautiful over here. I'm telling y'all, I hate it because I had to do it by myself, really. I mean, I know I got God. I ain't talking about that. But I would love to have somebody to call a friend, a female friend, anything, or just with me. And they just, you know, the few people who did come through that we didn't get pulled apart from each other, they loved it. They loved it, bro. They were like that. Because when something happened and you could prove it, you could bring something out of the spiritual and put it in the physical and show this person, you could do it too, and show you how to do it. And God just show me, to show you what God is. So that's why I told you, I don't need them commercials. God heal. God heal. God heal. God heal. You just gotta elevate high enough so God can be inside you and work it. God already there. You just gotta elevate higher so God can take control. When you tap into your higher self, you tap into God. That's it. So why everybody, you can live a little bit. If you see that I'm being attacked, why would you say that? So, now you is under the radar. We don't trust you anymore. The attacks are still coming. The protection needs to still stay. That's just all it is to it. You can't miss business with pleasure. No matter how you young kids wish and want and so desire to be a mushroom. Oh, I love the process of going to the mushroom. But you know, the good thing about being a mushroom, you can revert back to a flower. So, why when I tell jokes like this, it's bad and it's sad, but y'all can talk about me like a dog, call me everything but the child of God. You can put me in these little tests, throw these tension magic on me and put me on display in the world on social media and make money and then say somebody is Jesus Christ and laugh at their private spot. But you don't want me, you could dish it, but you can't take it. You don't want me to say nothing. You get out there, you laugh at us. I didn't never do nothing to nobody. I did nothing to deserve this. I've been nothing but good to the whole world, elevating the whole world. Yeah, I could tell you where your flaw at. Yeah, I could tell you where you wrong at. And yeah, I could probably tell you what sail of the hell boat that you are on. But, or you are held at. But, I ain't did nothing wrong. It's just a name. You got a fish sale. You got a mushroom sale. You got a glove sale. And those sales are not on heaven's float. That's all I'm trying to tell you. That's it. You excited about it? You don't care about you. I'm going to do what I want to do. Well, you know, you still got to do what God told you to do, though. You can sow your royal oats. Be thankful God giving you the opportunity to sow your royal oats and clean up your attitude and clean up your act. And, you know, that's ain't that beautiful? You sow your royal oats. You want to do that. You wanted to turn yourself into a mushroom. You go out there, you turn yourself into a mushroom. Male or female. I'm a mushroom. And then all of a sudden you find God and you realize I no longer want to be a mushroom. And you cleanse yourself, you filter yourself, you cleanse yourself, you water yourself with good water. Ain't no alkaline water in it, and ain't no fertilizer that's contaminated by everybody around you. This is fertilizer that's actually good for you. Everything's just so good. And then you turn back into a rose. You heal. You go from this right here to just a rose. You know what I'm saying? So what's so wrong with it? Love yourselves. And that's beautiful, because let's be honest. If you ain't got the little drug, whatever you doing to numb that drinking or whatever, when you sober, it's hard to live with yourself. When you break your body down like that. So thank God that it's just so in our royal oath. Thank God that we can heal from all that and get away from that and live as our whole self, our sound-minded self, and enjoy that. That's what I said when I had to do it. I said, well, I've been doing drugs and out here, wilding out since 12 years old. The only thing I haven't tried yet is being sound-minded. The only thing I haven't tried yet was doing what God told me to do. For real, for real. FR. So, what I'm trying to tell y'all out there is, give God a chance. You can still party, you can still do, it's better. I'm the light of the party, I'm the life in the party. There's people still sending me messages for my doppelganger. I ain't went in no room, baby. The only rooms I go in, baby, is in this house. God is still working over here. I can't come out. Them probably my doppelgangers. And I don't mind it. Them the ones who emulate me out. I ain't worried about it. God got it. I got proof that God got it. The new energy of women that came to me and didn't come to me and supposed to reach me and tried their best to come to me, thank you, but didn't get to me, went to them. And it didn't turn out as good as they're making it out to be. Yeah. And it didn't turn out as good as you think it. It didn't. I'm not gonna tell their business because it's not my business to tell. Even though everybody in my business so much to the point where I don't even get mail. Now, let me tell you something. This is all I'm trying to tell you. I love God, man. I'm telling you, I went through a lot in my life. Club after club, party after party, and did it at a very young age to the point where I was like a little broke bum boy, like they got in the cars with the chains on. You got the little hat, and you just like this. That's how I was. I'm still like that. You can say that if you want to say that, but I'm with guys, so I'm wealthier than anything out here. Believe that in the whole wide world, probably. In the whole wide world, probably. Maybe not. Who knows? But I go out there to the gate with a fan spinning around in the back window. Can I come in there and get some food? I go in the club and get some food. And she'll give me some French fries and some okra. Salted French fries and okra. Thank you, Mrs. May Francis. I was so hungry. And I go out, I was born and raised in the club, you might well say. So when it was time for me to clean up my life, you know how confused I was making that decision to do that? When you feel like that is life, I had nothing other than the life I already knew to look forward to. So I'm trying to cleanse myself for what? I knew I had to go back to the same hood. I knew I had to go back to the same home. And I knew I had to go back to the same poverty. For what? What am I cleaning myself for? I knew I had to go back to the same pain. For what? But I did it. Didn't nobody tell me to do it. It wasn't no this and that made me do it. I had to make the choice to do it. And as I walked in there, I didn't stress it much though, but I thought about it. As I walked into changing my life, I said, I still don't know about doing it. But all I ever knew was the streets. I got in there, I hated books, and I was shaking sweat when you showed me a pencil and paper. I got in there, and I started studying about herbs and what my body was going through and what my body been going through and people that were doing this to my body, and I never knew they were doing this to my body. And I was getting interested, intrigued by it. Then all of a sudden I was reading in my alone time, and then I started strengthening up my own mind. Didn't need nobody to help me strengthen my mind. You know what I'm saying? Didn't need no education. I tried to get all that. They didn't want me in daytime, so I got my own time, and I educated my own mind. And then I started liking it, and I was like, this feel pretty good actually. And then I you know what I'm saying, my baby came, And it was just another new life to look forward to. I ain't never even thought about having a child. I was too cool to have kids. And I had my child, and I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know what to expect when I had my child. Enjoy that. And I can tell y'all the truth. Surely I tell you the truth. That experience I had with my child, and that experience of cleaning my life up, because I was contaminated. I was a rotten mushroom too. I was contaminated. I was done, bro. I was done, bro. I was done. It wasn't nothing I wasn't doing and wasn't selling. I was done. I was gone. I was rotten like everybody else. But when I had to clean myself and I had to do that, and then you don't know if you're going to get healed from some of the stuff that you done been contaminated, that was the challenge. But it wasn't for me. I was interested. Because I started learning stuff and I started seeing, wait a minute. This might be what's causing this. This might be what's doing this. This might be what's keeping this low. This might be what's making this grow. Man, I was on it. Before I know that I was healing everybody, I had to stop. They started locking people up. They were like, somebody sent a warning to me and said, you heal somebody else like that, we're going to lock you up. And they had already just did that to Dr. Sabi. I believed them. I believed everything they told me. So let me tell you, what I'm trying to tell you is I embraced that life. And then it was certain things I didn't want to quit, period. And I just figured out how it was making me feel good and just moved to an alternative, natural way. Just like that. If I smoke, I made tobacco that helped my lungs and not hurt my lungs. If I did something with a particular drug, I just figured out how to tickle that nerve naturally. It wasn't as the drug, but it was good enough so my mind can relink itself, re-navigate itself. And see, a lot of y'all, it's hard for a lot of y'all to do that because you sitting there copying and you stealing and you taking everything. See, I can't steal nothing and take nothing and expect God to heal me.